You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, a Sarasota massage therapist is arrested and charged with battery, accused of touching clients inappropriately.
The man also being arrested for a second time as another victim comes forward. Police believe there are still other victims out there. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us now with more details on this story.
Jacqueline Scott, 44-year-old Ruslan Grusho was a massage therapist at Massage Envy on South Tamiami Trail for about 2 months. It was there that police say the first inappropriate encounter happened.
At least 2 clients at this Massage Envy spa in Sarasota say they wanted a massage to reduce stress, but instead felt violated. Police say it's because this man, Ruslan Grusho, battered the women while giving them a massage. The first victim came forward in early August when the incident happened. That victim spoke exclusively to ABC7, but did not want to go on camera. She did have this to say, quote, "It can be difficult to come forward after an assault because in addition to the personal feelings of violation or shame, the burden of proof is very high. Even though we know these kinds of assaults happen all of the time, it takes a pattern before the system will take them seriously. Hopefully, #MeToo will become more than a Twitter trend and lead towards better ways of investigating and prosecuting assault." It took 6 months from the time the victim reported the incident before Grusho was arrested.
At that time, there wasn't enough probable cause, but then once the owner came forward, there were more possible victims. There was additional information that came forward. That's when our detective began her investigation, and that's why we are where we are today.
Grusho worked for Massage Envy from June until August of 2017. He was let go from the spa for other reasons. Massage Envy releasing the following statement. Quote, "The reported conduct of this therapist is unacceptable and violates our code of conduct and zero tolerance policy. The therapist is no longer employed by the franchisee, and the franchisee will continue to cooperate with law enforcement in its investigation." The second victim came forward just last week, the assault happening at that victim's home back in July. The second victim describes Grusho massaging her near her private areas and removing the drape to expose her breasts. Grusho was out of jail on bond for the first incident, which he was arrested for earlier this month. But Grusho was arrested again on Monday, charged with a second count of battery. Grusho's neighbors are shocked, describing him as an upstanding man.
I've been a nice neighbor all along, and we've never had any bad vibes from him or anything.
Police believe there are other victims out there.
And that's why we really want to hit home that if somebody recognizes this individual, if they've had inappropriate contact with this individual, please call our detectives. Please let us know. Let our detectives do what they do best and take people like this off the street.
According to the Department of Health, Grusho still has his license to practice massage therapy. I'm told anytime the Department of Health finds that a practitioner is arrested, they begin a preliminary investigation and will monitor the situation as it develops. Jacqueline and Scott.
All right, Jess, thank you. A Venice dog groomer who came under fire for animal cruelty in a viral video last year has now been charged. 70-year-old Phyllis Luca, the owner of Happy Puppy Pet Spa, will be charged with cruelty to animals after she allegedly broke the jaw of a dog she was grooming in October. According to court documents, Luca told detectives she knows she's responsible for injuries to a 4-pound poodle named Pumpkin, but denied it was an act of cruelty. In November, a former employee of the salon posted a video on Facebook that allegedly showed Luca abusing another dog. No charges were filed for that incident.
Well, Scott, certainly a hot day today. It was scorching out there, and this weekend was just beautiful as well.
We seem to have skipped spring, gone right to summer, it seems
I agree.
Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for more on our weather tonight.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. The temperatures would be warm this week, and certainly they have started out that way already. Showers around already developing on the sea breeze front, and there is a cold front that's hung up just to the north of us. This will be sliding down, but it's been modified, and it won't do much in terms of dropping our temperatures. We'll see an east wind tomorrow, which will allow temperatures once again to get into the low 80s. Now, we had some upper 80s in places like Arcadia into Highlands County and into Hardee and DeSoto counties, mid 80s there. Near the coast with that sea breeze, temperatures into the upper 70s to low low 80s, so a little bit cooler, but still above average. You can see that line of showers developing along the sea breeze front, which has moved in now along State Road 64 near Bethany. Some showers, Oak Knoll, and just to the southeast of Manhattan there. And you can see that sea breeze now all the way into Myakka Head. There it is. You can see a little bit of it, and some showers starting to pop up in the wake of it as it moves on through. So some inland showers, a definite possibility here for the next couple of hours. And then we'll see partly cloudy skies elsewhere. 77 right now. The showers offshore will stay there. They'll slowly sink to the southeast, but they should weaken considerably as they push on in. Winds out of the west-southwest at 7, and the pressure still remains very high. We'll have the rest of the week's forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. A gas leak in Sarasota closing down all lanes of US 41 between Coover Drive and Beechwood Avenue.
That's just north of Stickney Point Road. Sarasota County Fire Department is on the scene there working on this natural gas leak. And ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the scene with more on the situation. Rick?
Yeah, good evening, Scott and Jacqueline. What a crazy scene it is out here. It's pretty wild. It's the middle of rush hour. I'm standing right in the middle of US 41 and I'm now joined by Chief Michael Regnier. He is with the Sarasota County Fire Department. And Chief, first off, tell us what exactly is going on.
Right, we were called at about 3:30 this afternoon for a hazardous materials incident, which is the gas line that was struck on US 41. They were doing some work. It's called direct bore drilling. So they were underground doing that work and apparently hit one of the main gas lines that goes north and south on US 41.
Now, I could hear the gas back there. What's being done to kind of fix things up and repair things?
Right, so what we've been doing since the incident came in, we brought in our hazardous materials team, brought in extra resources, dug down to where the leak is, identified that the leak is not something that we can repair right initially. So TECO, the local gas company, is bringing in some contractors, and they're going to be able to drill, you're going to see here, they're going to dig down in the roadway to get to areas on north and south of the actual leak and pinch the line off and shut it off on both sides.
Okay, really quickly, where exactly is traffic being diverted and when do you expect US 41 to reopen?
Right, it's going to get loud here in a moment, but Stickney Point Road and US 41 is where we're diverting from, and then about a mile north of there to the next light. Don't have it right off the top of my head, but about a mile north, and that's where we're diverting as well. Sheriff's Office is working hand in hand with us to make sure that traffic is running as smoothly as possible, being that it is rush hour.
It sounds like it'll still be a little while.
It's going to be a while. We just got one of the contractors here. We need another one, and then we're looking at an hour or two after that once we get that them here and get working.
Okay, Chief, I know you have a lot of work to do. Thanks so much for taking out a few moments here.
Absolutely.
All right, that's the Chief of the Sarasota County Fire Department. US 41 closed in both directions, and do make alternative plans if you're heading this way. We'll have a lot more coming up at 6, 7, and 11 on this. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick. Well, busy intersections can slow down your commute, especially the ones that are listed as the most dangerous on the Suncoast. One of the worst spots is at University Parkway and Lockwood Ridge Road. ABC7's Marla Spence takes a look at why that intersection is considered to be one of the most dangerous.
All week, we're focusing on the top 5 most dangerous intersections on the Suncoast. These are the top 5, but today we're focusing on the 5th worst, which is University Parkway and North Lockwood Ridge Road. The organization known as the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization, or the MPO, collected data breaking down what makes this intersection one of the most dangerous on the Suncoast. According to recent data collected by the MPO, more than 1,800 severe crashes has happened at this intersection since 2016. MPO's executive director David Hutchinson tells ABC7 why there's a high volume of severe crashes specifically at this location.
And we see inattentive driving, distracted driving as an increasing factor in crashes. We also see crash severity is important. So when you have high speeds, that contributes to crash severity.
Other factors making this intersection one of the most dangerous is the fact that this roadway can take commuters in and out of Manatee and Sarasota counties, meaning more travelers on the road. Also, this intersection has nearly 8 ways and directions drivers can go, which can contribute to crashes if drivers aren't paying close attention. Hutchinson tells us what's being done to crack down on the number of crashes.
We'll be working with the Florida Department of Transportation and traffic experts engineering experts who will look at engineering and are there factors in the roadway design that are contributing to the problems in a particular corridor or at a particular intersection? Are there going to be education things or signage issues that can be corrected or improved upon or implemented that might help? So we have, and then are there enforcement issues where law enforcement might be able to assist in causing people to pay more attention at those intersections, if there's a speeding issue, for example. So we'll be digging into some of the statistics and facts of those particular accidents.
Tuesday morning, we'll be focusing on the 4th dangerous intersection on the Suncoast starting at 5 a.m. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Marla, thank you. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now, and he's smiling today. Smiles all around on Wall Street, huh?
Well, I'll tell you, it's been quite a change. The reason for the smile, the low of the day was plus 100. How does that work? Not too badly. And believe me, we needed it. Let's remember that just last week we saw the worst performance on a one-week basis that we've seen in 2 years. So what do we have next? Well, on Friday and today, we now have the 2 best consecutive days that we've seen in 2.5 years. The Dow up 740 points in the last 2 days, up 574 points just at the high today. So the buyers have come out of the woodwork over the weekend. They said maybe there's a bargain or two out there. And believe me, they were buying with both hands. Let's take a look at the numbers, and impressive they are. Look at that. The Dow up 410 points for the day, closing at 24,601.27, a gain of 1.7%. That on heavy volume of 961 million shares. The NASDAQ also very strong, up 1.6%, more than 107 points, closing at 6,981.96 on extremely heavy volume of 2,627 million shares. And the S&P makes it 3 in a row. There you see a gain of 1.4%, more than 36 points at 2,656 even. Well, I try to stay away from Wall Street jargon when I'm talking on the air, but in this case, I think it's necessary. We all know what a bull market is and a bear market is, but do you know what a correction is? Well, guess what? You just lived through one. A correction is defined as a drop in value of 10% or more from a recent high. Well, 2 weeks ago, Friday, January 26th, the Dow closed at 26,617. On Thursday, just this past Thursday, it closed at 23,860. That's a loss of 2,757 points, or 10.36%. Now, historically, these are very normal. We see corrections all the time. Frankly, roughly 18 months is normal. We've gone a lot more than that recently, but 18 months is a normal time for a correction, and typically the market comes back very strongly. I can't promise after 2 strong days that we're out of the woods, but I will say certainly that we've seen a lot of buying come back, and the confidence that we had been seeing over the last number of weeks, if not months, seems to have come back very quickly.
Okay, well, how about any news for Apple or GE?
Well, that's kind of the best and the worst. Unfortunately, Apple was the best performer today in the Dow, up more than 4%, and a small stock called General Electric down 0.9% despite a terrific day.
All right, well, thank you so much, Richard.
You're very welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, while many believe the White House is sending conflicting messages regarding abuse allegations against Rob Porter.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, the intense flu season is still going strong, while doctors say the peak could still be several weeks away.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. Love is in the air, and we're getting crafty for our sweethearts. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Give a gift that is handmade and from the heart. The Craft Bar stops by to give us some ideas. Straight from Liverpool, a Beatles tribute band sings our favorite love songs. Plus, there is never a bad hair day on stage at the Sarasota Opera, and Valentine's sweets in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G-Freed has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G-Freed Flooring America. G-Freed Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Here's today's Job of the Day. ABC7 is seeking a multimedia local sales manager. Strong new business, digital, and OTT background required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The White House facing tough questions concerning those abuse allegations against former Staff Secretary Rob Porter.
One of Porter's former wives now criticizing President Trump. Here's ABC's Tara Palmieri with the latest.
3 senior administration officials with 3 different stories.
As soon as Rob Porter was proven wrong and he was proven that he was not telling us the truth when the photos came out on Wednesday, he was gone almost immediately.
As I do know what General Kelly has told me, which is he learned the full information on Tuesday, and by Wednesday morning Rob Porter was out.
Does the president believe that Rob Porter is falsely accused?
Rob Porter no longer works at the White House. ABC News can reveal new details provided by sources about why the White House stood by former Staff Secretary Rob Porter for more than 12 hours after a photo surfaced of his first ex-wife, Colby Holderness, with a black eye. According to 2 sources with knowledge of Porter's story, he explained to White House staffers that the black eye was the result of a struggle over Venetian glass. He claimed that she was going to break it, and they struggled as Porter tried to stop her. During the struggle, she accidentally bruised her eye. In the case of his second ex-wife, Jennifer Willoughby, who filed for an emergency protective order against him for allegedly punching in a window at their house, Porter said he was merely tapping on the glass pane of their door with his index finger. His knuckle went through the glass and he tried to enter to wrap it up, but she told him to leave, then called the police. Hours after hearing Porter's account, White House spokesperson Sarah Sanders announced his resignation, while also defending him.
The President and Chief of Staff have had full confidence and trust in his abilities and his performance.
In Time magazine, Willoughby fired back at President Trump for appearing to take the side of her ex-husband over her word. Tara Palmieri, ABC News, Washington.
A substance found in a letter opened by President Trump's daughter-in-law is being tested. New York police say the letter was addressed to Donald Trump Jr. and delivered to his Manhattan apartment this morning. Vanessa Trump opened the letter and found an unknown substance inside. Police say she called 911 and said she was coughing and felt nauseous. She was taken to a New York City hospital just as a precaution. Police say preliminary tests indicate that the substance was not dangerous. Former President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama are joining other first couples at the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery. The Obama's official portraits unveiled at the museum this morning. That's where the portraits of all former presidents are exhibited. The Obamas commissioned 2 African-American artists, Kehinde Wiley and Amy Sherald. Mr. Obama's portrait features 3 types of flowers in the background, which pay tribute to his hometown of Chicago, to Hawaii, where he grew up, and to his late Kenyan father. Mrs. Obama's portrait shows her with gray skin tones, which is Sherald's signature style. The portraits will be open for public viewing at the Smithsonian starting tomorrow. They're not your typical portraits, but I think that's what they wanted. They wanted something a little different.
Yeah, a little unique. And I think both of those are great.
Yeah.
I like both of those
Absolutely.
pictures.
Looking good there, looking good on the weather front too. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed the outdoors this weekend, taking in the warm temperatures, mid to upper 80s inland. That creates some showers occasionally. We have those on the radar picture. Get a look at this too. This is a drum circle. If you haven't been out there on Siesta Key, right there at the main beach every Sunday night, barring any storms around. The Dylan John Wade Cox photo, again, just brilliant right there. He left it open a little bit, the lens, and captured this stunning picture that you see right there of some of the dancers out there at the drum circle. And this one, another treasure along the Sun Coast, Selby Gardens. This is a great white egret, and you can tell the great whites compared to the snowy whites is their feet there, their talons, if you will, are black, and again, the snowy white egrets are yellow, and they're smaller. David Freeman getting that one. Appreciate that photo. And the Lakewood Red webcam showing a rainbow. Lots going on in the sky. You see those showers developing, and we had a little rainbow there just about. You can still see a little hint of it, but it was there, right there, up there, and as a result of the showers, again, the sunlight passing through that rain and causing that little rainbow. A weak cold front slides in. Now, this front isn't going to really chill us out. It'll cool us down a couple degrees. That will be about it, and maybe increase our cloud cover. Near record highs again tomorrow. We had highs in the mid to upper 80s east of the interstate. And then fog forming overnight. That should be overnight. We are looking for that possibility of fog rather thick, too, in some spotty areas as we start the day on Tuesday. Well, this is that front I mentioned out here to the west of us. That is not a big factor, but the sea breeze is. And I got to get a look at this rainfall that has developed, moving off, basically trying to move off to the northwest, but the sea breeze is drifting off to the east. Not enough moisture to keep these storms around for too long, but they are blowing up near Lakewood Ranch right now in places to the east in East Manatee County. There's Duet Parish getting a little bit of rainfall earlier. And as far as the rain goes now, you can see those showers near Myakka City stretching up to Bethany, and Myakka Head also getting some rainfall. Well, there's a weak frontal boundary. It's a weak cold front, but it's lined up pretty much right with the upper level winds all the way into the Gulf of Mexico. This will slide down, and we'll have a chance for some fog forming overnight. Not expecting a lot of rainfall with this. It will really weaken as it moves through. A 20% chance for a passing shower. You can see that on the Futurecast. We take you through time tomorrow. Fog around, patchy. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. Not a lot of rain expected. Temperatures will still be warm despite that front. We'll see highs well above average, right around 80 degrees for most areas. And then for Wednesday morning, once again, that fog could be an issue with no real threat of any rainfall here. It comes another front, but that front won't have enough energy to get all the way down here and cool us off. So the spring-like weather continuing throughout this work week. 77 degrees. The dew point's at 69. That's way up there. That's a summer-like reading. Winds out of the west-southwest at 7. And the pressure is high. 85 degrees in Orlando. See, the inland counties not getting that sea breeze, and that's same as the same case here. 84 in Myakka City, 83 in Wauchula, but right near the beaches, mid to upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast looks warm once again, up in the low 80s for the most part. A little sea breeze kicking in, may keep it right around 80 degrees within a couple of miles of the beaches. For boaters tomorrow, looks like this, fog developing, east winds at 10 knots, and we'll have seas running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out there. Here's how the 7-day shapes up. We'll have a 20% chance for showers on Tuesday, Wednesday, fog around on every morning, it looks like, through Thursday. Maybe a little drier through the weekend, but temperatures remaining warm into the low 80s. So if you weren't able to take advantage of this past weekend, you will have another chance at it this weekend with Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures in the low 80s. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now in First Alert traffic, let's look at the closures caused by a gas leak that we told you about earlier in the newscast in Sarasota, South Sarasota, right just north of Stickney Point Road. You can see in purple there, that's the section that is closed. This is between basically Coover Drive, which is around Stickney Point Drive, but the map is showing from Stickney Point north to Beechwood Avenue, which is, again, just north of Stickney Point. This is impacting traffic, especially as you're heading south, and then on Clark Road, Stickney Point, and then on to Clark, as traffic tries to get away from that closure. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, the flu is hitting the United States hard this year, and federal officials are warning the peak of the flu season could still be several weeks away. ABC7's Danya Backus has the latest.
The intense flu season is still going strong and shows no signs of letting up.
Hospitalizations right now are as high or higher than we've seen in our most recent severe season.
The CDC says 1 out of every 10 deaths at the beginning of February was caused by the flu or a complication from the virus. It's now warning people, even if you've had the flu once, you could still get a second different strain.
She is still very ill. She is still critical, and she is still on life support.
In Texas, special education teacher Crystal Whitley is fighting for her life after getting 2 different strains of the flu, then pneumonia in both lungs, and now a staph infection. Her family says she got a flu shot in October after giving birth to her son. Doctors are now closely monitoring her progress.
He said if she recovered from this, that she could live a pretty normal life, but that he didn't know if she would pull through it.
There are now new concerns over more Tamiflu shortages. The CDC and large pharmacy chains tell ABC News there are spot shortages, but the manufacturer says there is enough for everyone. In some states like Arizona, the request for the drug is 14 times higher than last year. A Japanese drug maker says it has developed a pill that can kill the virus within a day, but it still has to go through the FDA approval process, and there's no word on how quickly it could hit the market. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
For you Suncoast parents, it's not too late for your kids to get their flu shot this season. Sarasota County Schools will be offering free flu shots to students today and tomorrow. The shots will be available at Booker Middle School, Cranberry Elementary, and the Sky Academy in Venice until 6 o'clock tonight, so you still have about 30 minutes. Tomorrow, the vaccines will be available at Tuttle Elementary, Laurel Nokomis School, and Northport High School from 3:30 until 6. If you are not a student but would like to get a flu shot free of charge, you can do that every weekday at the Health Department in Sarasota and Northport. If you missed any of those locations, you can find them on our website at mysuncoast.com. Some good news for coffee lovers this evening. A pair of new studies suggest that drinking coffee is associated with longer life and lower instances of cancer or chronic disease. One study found that people who consumed a cup of coffee a day were 12% less likely to die compared to those who did not drink coffee. Coffee lovers who drank 2 to 3 cups a day reduced their chances of death by 18% and had lower instances of cancer or chronic diseases. In the second study, results showed that higher levels of coffee consumption were also associated with a reduced risk of death from all causes, particularly from circulatory diseases and diseases related to the digestive tract. Doctors say the key to getting all of coffee's benefits, however, is to not drink it with high-calorie, high-fat add-ons such as cream and sugar, sugary flavored syrups, or whipped cream. Coming up, a helicopter tour crashes into the Grand Canyon, killing 3 people, and a truck carrying natural gas overturns on a highway in China. We'll have more on those stories when we return.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. Love is in the air, and we're getting crafty for our sweethearts. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, give a gift that is handmade and from the heart. The Craft Bar stops by to give us some ideas. Straight from Liverpool, a Beatles tribute band sings our favorite love songs. Plus, there is never a bad hair day on stage at the Sarasota Opera, and Valentine sweets in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the 2 newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best, all on sale for up to $38.05 less than the competition at your local Honda dealer.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A Grand Canyon helicopter tour ending in horror, crashing in a spot so deep and so remote, it took hours for rescuers to pull survivors from the site.
3 people were dead before help arrived, and now new questions arise as to what could have gone wrong. ABC's Maggie Ruley has more.
A sightseeing helicopter carrying 7 British tourists goes down in a rugged area of the Grand Canyon.
Tail broke in half. It hit the bottom, biggest explosion you ever heard.
Explosions and fire, and then shockingly, a survivor walking away just moments after the crash.
The will to survive kicks in.
4 people survived. The rescue operation took around 8 hours, with first responders having to helicopter in, then hike more than 20 minutes in rough terrain to get to the crash site.
It's some of the most rugged terrain in the world, which is why people go to see it. But until you fly there, you can't really appreciate just how tough the flying is.
All of the survivors are in critical condition, and the 3 others on board were killed. The company who operated the flight says they fly 600,000 passengers a year. The NTSB database lists 19 accident reports involving Papillon over the past 25 years, including another deadly crash in 2001, which killed 6.
And families think about, are we going to get on that airplane? Are we going to get on that helicopter? You need to have done your due diligence, and you need to understand that it's not a Disneyland ride and that there are risks.
Hundreds of thousands of people take these Grand Canyon copter tours every single year, and the majority end safely. Now the company behind this deadly flight says they're fully cooperating with authorities to find out what went wrong this time. Maggie Ruley, ABC News, New York.
Some scary moments in Sunday in North China after a truck carrying natural gas burst into flames. A truck overturned on the Beijing-Harbin Expressway. A witness captured the dramatic scene as the flames spread quickly. It appears the gas leaking from the truck has ignited by nearby cars, sending a fireball right down the highway. 2 people inside the truck were taken to the hospital with serious burns, while passengers in the cars were able to flee their vehicles just in time. Wow.
Certainly a scary situation there. Still to come on your Suncoast News, the Florida legislature is considering a proposal that would allow students who are bullied to transfer to private schools. A look at what that proposal entails.
And why a major construction project for the city of Venice is causing a headache for special events coordinators.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today, and named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in a car accident, the state of Florida only gives you a specific amount of time to file a claim. So act now, give us a call.
Sarasota Opera's 2018 Winter Opera Festival is here, featuring Puccini's Manon Lescaut, Bizet's Carmen, Bellini's Norma, and D'Albert's rarely heard Tieflant. For more information, go to sarasotaopera.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Army National Guard soldiers serve to give back to their country and their community. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for benefits such as health and life insurance, education benefits, and retirement and VA home loan benefits. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.